Recently, I used my Community tab to do an update on some postcards that I was designing and ordering, and since then I've gotten a few questions about the program or software that I used to design them, so I figured I'd make a video addressing those questions. The website that I decided to use was Vistaprint. I've used them before for certain other business items, like business cards for instance, so I'm more familiar with them than any other options out there. Whenever you log in to Vistaprint.com, they'll usually apply whatever promotion they have going on without you having to do anything. But if you do have a different promo code, you can enter one there. I always recommend doing a Google search for Vistaprint promo codes because the codes that provide the deepest discounts will not be the one that Vistaprint applies. So for instance, with my recent order, I think I saved something close to 44% with the code I used. The one that Vistaprint wanted to put on there was only about 25%. So make sure you search Google for those promo codes. Now the easiest way to get to Postcards is to hover over marketing materials and click on Postcards. Go figure. Once there, you'll be able to browse their designs, upload your own logo, or upload a completed design. I'm starting from scratch and don't want to do a whole lot of work, so I'm going to use their own designs. When it comes to sizes, the 6x4 is going to be the biggest size that you can use a postcard stamp on. Anything larger, medium, oversized, jumbo, that will require full first-class postage. That, of course, assumes you aren't doing every door direct mail. If you are doing every door direct mail, then whatever those rates are apply. You'll have the option to enter in some of your information so that you can see it auto-populate on the card to give you kind of a better feel of how it'll look, so you can do that if you'd like. I found the best cards for lawn care are in the construction, repair, and improvement section, and once you click on that, scroll down and find landscaping and gardening. Those will be the most relevant ones. From there, it's just selecting one that appeals to you, that conveys the message you're hoping for. This is the one that I decided to go with. I'm going to do an upcoming video explaining each part of my postcard and why I chose to do it this way. This video is more of a generic how to use this Vistaprint program very quickly, very easily. So obviously you move everything around where you want it. It has nice center lines that it'll snap to. That's what those blue lines are, where it snaps things to certain locations. I would highly recommend adding a backside. You can see your options on the left. Most of the time, the one that they default to is the nicest and matches the most. If you're doing every door direct mail, there's requirements about where the postage goes, where the address goes. There's got to be a barcode down here at the bottom. I'm not doing every door direct mail, so where I put things on the postcard is not as strict. That's something I'll go into more detail on in the upcoming video. Adding images of yourself or your business are a great way to stand out from stock photos. There are a ton of free websites online that allow you to apply effects to photos. You have got to take advantage of this if you're going to be making your own postcard. There's no reason not to. Be Funky is one that I like to use. Find one that works for you. There's nothing special about them. We've got the option to upload a photo from our computer, which you'll see there. So we'll do that. We'll go ahead and pick the raw photo, which will look very similar to the one you just saw. So now we've got our raw photo uploaded. One of the things I like to do, especially if it's going on a postcard, is add a border. That helps make it stand out. It helps it not to blend in with the background if you add just a simple white or black border, depending on what looks best with your coloring. Once your border is all set up, the other thing that makes a nice difference is if you add an effect. Now, whichever one you want is up to you, but I found that either the chromatic 1 or the chromatic 2 effects look the best. You can increase or decrease the intensity of that effect. I went for somewhere around 30% just to make it look a little bit different, make it look like it wasn't just a stock photo, and add some type of color treatment to it. So you can do that simply by going to My Computer and choosing an image. After you've selected that image, it'll begin to upload. Once it's fully uploaded, you can just click and drag it. After that's done, you can click on Next. You will go over and review your design. Mine's blank because I didn't type anything in. It'll ask you to log in or create an account. You'll select how many you want. That's going to depend completely on you and your goals. You can upgrade the card stock so that it's thicker and has a nicer, glossier front. They'll pitch you some other items which you can just skip over. And then from there, it's just time to check out. And while that's a very basic overview, that's really all it takes to design your own card inside of Vistaprint. And I'll tell you, one way to really make those stock options work for you is to add a non-stock photo of yourself or your business or your truck and your trailer. So without rambling on too much more, we will do a full dive into my actual postcard, and I'll go line by line about why I did this, why I did that, why I had this picture there. I'm going to wait until they actually arrive in the mail though so I can hold them. So that'll be a follow-up video. If you're interested, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching.